It's Wednesday night. We have Trinity class every Wednesday night. So of course we had it this time. This time we focused on the energy of inspiration. Inspiration is a wonderful energy that you probably need more of in your life. You've probably experienced it, but then there's those moments when you're totally stuck and uninspired and you don't really know how to call it into your life. That's what we're going to show you tonight. Inspiration is very much a received energy. That is to say, you can't just force it to happen by trying harder. You're not going to inspire yourself through effort. You have to be an antenna and draw it in. The way to do that is to realize that your life, the reality that you live in, is not a single linear thing. We think of it as a path, and there's what's behind us and what's in front of us. And we have to get to a good ending by sidestepping the problems and always remembering to stay on the path and avoiding the branches. We believe that this thinking that we do, making good choices, knowing the answers, is what brings us to inspiring outcomes. And that is simply not true. In reality, there are many, many different versions of you in different dimensions. There is a version of you right now that is inspired. If this particular version of you is not, don't worry. You can receive from all those other versions of you that are at different points in their existence, that have overcome obstacles maybe that you haven't. Easy to receive, but you have to get rid of the notion that you receive through correct thinking. It is actually feeling that magnetically draws in the energy you want to experience. That is to say, if you want to experience power, you have to feel powerful. If you want to experience kindness, you have to feel what kindness feels like. So we're going to do the same thing with inspiration tonight. If I am not inspired right now, I'm just going to say, okay, this space right here, this version of me occupying this space is uninspired, but that's not a problem. This simply becomes my container. This is the empty container. I'm going to step out of that container, and I'm going to hold in this hand something that inspired me, some feeling, favorite rock anthem song of mine, the story of a little girl who saved her parents from burning up in a house full of smoke, maybe the news report I saw on that fellow in India who built a well for his whole village. Whatever is inspiring to me, whatever feels inspiring, I'm going to hold that feeling in this hand, and I'm going to focus it with the other hand, palm out, into this space that was uninspired a moment ago. And I'm just going to begin to spiral, walking in a spiral, making it slightly larger with each revolution. A clockwise spiral, holding this as a magnet and walking through all the time and space around me, collecting from all the different versions of me their inspiration and focusing it into this space. I like to go 3 spirals, just because I like the number 3. You can do it once or twice or whatever feels to you. But I like to go 3. And when I reach that 3rd one, I'm going to shift my hands, shift my direction. Now I'm going counterclockwise. It's like I unscrewed the pickle jar and then screwed it back down. The first way turns me into an antenna, and I collect. The second way begins to condense and concentrate all that I'm collecting into that space that I used to be standing in. Making the spiral a little smaller towards the end, really tightening it up, and then stepping back into that space and holding a little basket here. And you just look inside, close your eyes, look and see what you've got in your basket. Does it feel like you're inspired now? Are you lighter? Do you have more possibilities floating around inside of you? Has your mood changed? I think you will find that you have changed the space you were standing in by doing that spiral out and spiral in. You can even do it with a partner. That is to say, I'm going to have Jen stand here, and she's going to hold in her basket something that is really vexing to her. A problem she just can't get past, a feeling she can't let go of, a conundrum in her life that she seems to be butting heads with and is at a total dead end. No inspiration, no upliftment, just this problem. And I'm going to once again hold my magnet, which is a feeling, and this time I'm going to choose the feeling of a favorite family pet that I had as a child that really inspired me with their love and their affection. I'm just going to hold that feeling, and I'm going to focus on that little basket that she's got. And I'll begin my spiral all the way around, spiraling a little bit out, making it a little bigger each time, holding this feeling and letting it collect for me. It's a magnet after all. Feelings are magnetic. And as I roam through all the different versions of me that exist in this room, I collect. And then I begin to focus and concentrate that as I tighten my spiral back down. Tightening the spiral back down. Focus on that basket the whole time until I stop and I ask her, do you feel changed?
It's not something I have to hold anymore.
Yeah. You can do this by yourself, filling your own space. You can do it with a partner, filling their space. You can even find a beef that the two of you have together and do the little spiral, holding that problem that you share between your hands, spiraling out, and then I'm going to make it short this time, switching, spiraling back in. You can do this with a partner, and when you're finished, hold your basket and realize that whatever that beef was, you've changed it. Something shifted. You have drawn in inspiration from all the different versions of you, received it by using your magnet, and together you can shift whatever the beef between you was. You can bring inspiration into every moment if you use this spiral. I think that's super cool. If you do, you should come to Trinity class.